Alrighty, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back into another video. I know that I'm posting this video a bit too late, but I had stuff to do today and I wasn't available at the time of the teaser coming out, so I apologize, but now we're here. So let's talk about the teasers. A new teaser came out today, and before we go into the one of today, I want to go back into the one of tomorrow just real quick and mention that again, this does seem to be the character that we're talking about. Some people have pointed out that she looks a little bit like Izanami from Smite, and that the entire story, the mist, how the message over there, it kind of gives you the idea of something being haunted and etc. That it kind of makes sense that it would be a ghost girl. But today's teaser, well, today's teaser is a bit different, isn't it? It doesn't look like our girl over here is actually dead. It does look like to be in a Japanese theme sort of environment. We see the masks there, like Oni masks, etc. We see the clothings of everybody who very much resemble what I'm talking about. Initially, I actually thought this was part of her headpiece, like a little thing that she was wearing on her head for her hair, but it does not seem like that. She, after deep analysis, yes, it does seem like she has bobas. I know, crazy. I would never expected that one. Like, I don't know how Hyris, how dare they? But still, one thing that I did notice, however, is this green light here. Now, I'm not really sure what the hell is that. I don't know if that's actually on purpose. I don't know if it was a mistake. I'm going to be honest and just say that I think that's a mistake. But then again, I look at her left eye and it looks different. Like it doesn't have any life to it. I don't know. Something weird about it. But let's go into the text of the picture. So the text of the picture says the following. Death is a flickering darkness present within the light of our daily lives. Betrayal, however, is a surprise one rarely accounts for when peering into their future. So, if you haven't truly understood, she's like saying death, everybody's gonna get, everybody's gonna get there. Death is something that it's there for everybody, and everybody will eventually reach that point. So even if you try to avoid it, it's inevitable. But betrayal, however, you can live your entire life without being betrayed, right? But this does give us the idea that somebody did betray this girl. Now, how exactly did she end up becoming a ghost girl? I think that because of that same betrayal, something has happened, and now she wants revenge. Maybe she ended up dying because of something. And maybe this guy here holding a sword is part of some sort of a clan, guild, like it's sort of like a Japanese mafia or something. And maybe somebody betrayed her, and now she's looking for revenge, and she's going after the people who harmed her or who actually made her become that ghost in the first place. This seems to be a picture of her in the before whatever the hell happened. However, you can see here this little thing that the girl is looking at her. Maybe she did notice something weird about her. Maybe the green light, it is there on purpose. Maybe she does have the ability to impersonate somebody else and looks like a normal person. I don't know, right? We could go into many different ways and analyze this, but what I'm going to say is that very much likely this is how she looked like before she died. And the reason I say this is because Thunderbrush did retweet this, and he said she was more lively back then, which means this is before. This is a long time ago. And he confirms also our theory that this is a ghost girl because she's no longer alive. So, yeah. I guess we got that confirmed, that this is how the character looks before she dies. I wouldn't be surprised this ends up becoming a skin because, similar to what happened with Vora, pre-corrupted and then corrupted. Corrupted being the default one, obviously. So this would be the pre-death. And then we have the dead girl as the main character. So, yeah. Looking more into this, I'm gonna place my bets on this champion being either a damage or a support. I'm not really gonna bet it on a flank. Although I would love for her to be a flank. I think that now that we have Caspian just coming out, like last patch literally, I don't think they would dare to try to get 2 flanks straight away. Now that that is out of the way, let's talk about some other stuff that Mr. Thunderbrush did say on his own Twitter. He says the following: some Paladins real talk. We do have a new map coming in the future that is in active development for those concerned comments I see. It's no secret given or credit in game, but we have just 2 dedicated environmental artists, and these things take a long time. Cool stuff is coming. So I'm gonna say myself, I've seen the map, not with textures, however. I've seen it like a test map, and the concept of the map looks pretty damn OP. I'm really happy of what they're coming up with. And if you thinking that I'm saying a bit too much, I'm just going to say this right now. At the beginning of the season, they teased us a picture of a pyre platform or something like that gave us the idea of a new map. They said that a new map was coming, and now Thunderbrush is confirming it. I'm just telling you that I've already seen the map is already in probably the final stages, so I wouldn't be surprised it actually still comes this year. All right. It says coming in the future. It doesn't say when. Now, the season, the beginning of the season, they did say this year. So, unless something went bad and maybe it's going next year, which I'm saying that just because I don't know. I really don't know. I'm not lying now. As if I lie any time, but whatever. Maybe the only thing I might lie to you guys is by saying that I don't know something and I truly know it. All right, I'm gonna be frankly honest with you. I know the entire kit of this character. All right, I know exactly how the character looks like. I know her name, and I know exactly what her class is. But I also know that a lot of you don't want spoilers, and I also know that I can't say it either way because NDAs, obviously. But I also know that some people don't want spoilers and they want to know the teasers and they want a little bit of an analysis on it, so I definitely will continue to do these independently if I know them or not. Okay, so this is actually the champion I know the most about actually before he comes out, so you have an idea. Also, another thing that Thunderbrush did mention as well, more Paladins talk. A tank is coming this year, just maybe not the next thing on deck is all. Now, he's saying this because some people were asking for a tank. I also know what that character might be, and I don't know exactly how they're going to release it because we're on September. If they're going to do the showcase this next day 7, PDS should come out day 10 of September, very much likely, 10 or 9. And from then on, like, it will be like a week, and very much likely patch should come out either day 28 or day 5 of October. Usually they're doing around a 7-week cycle because apparently they're always skipping a week now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we might get the tank champion he's talking about either in the end of November or around December, and we're gonna get very much likely this new character by the beginning of October, end of September. I know that one of the things that was said, it was that the champions were going to have like a patch yes, a patch no. I understand the concern of a lot of people. And honestly, we've already, we already said this to them, but unfortunately, like, they decided to do that in a time that, that they already had a schedule to release certain things this year. So if they decided to just like, let's scratch everything, it's going to put like a ton of things that they already are working on and to release at all the same time next year. It's going to make it even more scuffed, right? It's going to be a lot more chaotic. Like, imagine that they already had like 5, 6 champions for next year, and now because they decided to do the yes-no kind of patch champions cycle, that would make it 7 or 8, okay? Because we're just delaying the champions we already had prepared for this year. So it'd be a bit more, in a easier way to make this, as if like let's just finish this year properly. Let's just put these characters out there. Get this new map out as well because people want a new map. maybe get some new modes out there. I'm not saying that this has been discussed. We're still actively trying to talk to them on purpose to try to get new modes. Like Ascension Speak has been a perfect start. Obviously, people wanted something else, but you know, if we've got Ascension Speak, that's already great. So we're gonna try to get something else as well. Now, as for the rest, you know, that people want events and so on, maybe we'll have the chance to get that out next year. All right. But the better way to go about this is, like, instead of doing maybe next year 6 champions, I would do 4 champions. You know, I would delay the last 2 for the next year that they were thinking of, and just do 4 champions. And try to do it in a way that they get a bit more divided throughout the year. You know, you start the year with 1 champion, patch no, another champion, patch no, another champion, patch no, and then finally another champion. And then I would try to make it 1 of each class. 1 tank, 1 flank, 1 support, 1 damage. But, you know, I don't really know what their plans are. I don't know if it was the decision of them to still release 2 champions this year. Based on what I thought, I actually thought this patch we were not going to have a champion, and maybe the next patch would be this champion that we're going to get now. And as such, the so-called tank would be the beginning of next year. But apparently things have changed. Now, I don't know if it is because they're already too advanced on their work, or if it is because maybe, you know, releasing patches without champions actually gives them doesn't give them the necessary revenue or the necessary calling to the new players to come to the game in order to keep it alive. Okay, because one thing is for certain, yes, the champion might come out with bugs. It might be extremely buggy, like certain champions, like maybe Caspian. But the thing is that the new champion is what calls players into the game, and it keeps the game active, right? And keeps people interested in the game. And so, yeah, I wanted to say this in this video because I've been seeing a lot of people trying to go on, you know, the devs' throats. Like, people been accusing Thunderbrush of lying and a bunch of others. I even saw some content creators going down doing tweets saying that Evil Mojo is a bunch of liars. Maybe they'd be lying, maybe they're not. I don't know. That's not up to me to decide. All I know is that, unfortunately, one of the things that it does keep the game active, it is new champions. All right, they are easier to do than a map, but now we have 2 environmental artists, which is something that Thunderbrush just mentioned. So maybe next year we'll have 2 maps. All right, but if we're getting at least a map this year, it's great. It's very interesting, and based on what I saw, I'm definitely sure that you guys are gonna love it. So thank you so much for watching. Quick little question. Do you think, I'm actually not certain about this part, do you think that this will be a skin or not for this new champion? And if you do think that it's not a skin, would you actually like to see it as a skin? Because if I have enough people saying that we would love to have that as a skin, I might actually suggest it to Thunderbrush to think it for the future. Who knows? But that's pretty much it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, have a wonderful time. Bye-bye.